Hello, welcome to the Plot Malaysia. This is our 41st episode. This is the show for the fans.
By the fans.
Ho ho! Well. Today, both of us hurry up back to our favorite club's colors. Both of us wearing red. I'm wearing a Man United t-shirt, and you're wearing a Liverpool t-shirt. But yes, guys, we are still sticking on with the Euros for match day 6. But before we move on, let me just make an announcement from our product sponsors. Today, we'll be talking about Midwana's Derma Face Wash with neem and turmeric. Now, it's a very good product. Now, if you actually make a purchase using the link provided below, you stand a chance to win cash prizes, ka-ching,
Prizes.
ka-ching, up to 1,500
500
ringgit.
ringgit.
Yes, during these times, especially, you want to have a bit of free money, make the necessary purchase, fill out the form, and you stand a good winning chance. All right. Now, of course, today we are talking about match day 6. 3 games played, of course, throughout the night yesterday. Hari, what do you have in store for us today? Let's hear it.
Hey, man, we're doing the review, of course, of match day 6 of the Euros. Great match day, to be honest. It was back to Group A and Group B that were played yesterday. The second round of matches for the respective groups. And yeah, great. I think we practically saw one team qualify. I mean, one team has qualified. The other team has practically qualified as well.
Yep.
And we'll discuss that now. But I think we got no other place to start but the first game of the day, which was Finland versus Russia.
Yep.
And that finished 1-0 to the Russians.
Yep.
What did you catch the game, Ram? What are your thoughts on the game?
Yes, I caught the game. I have to say this though. I was very impressed with Finland. In the beginning of the game, I think they were very resilient at the back,
Yep.
as usual, as expected. They are known to be very, very strong. They have kept 10 clean sheets, or more or so in the qualifying rounds. They are difficult to break through,
Yep.
break down, to be honest. But yesterday, sad for them, they had a goal disallowed.
Yep.
By Poyan Palo.
Puyan
I think
Palo.
he's, my goodness, that striker. He reminds me of a cross between Harry Kane and I don't know, Harry Kane and maybe like a Van Nistelrooy type. I don't know, because he seems to always be in the right place at the right time,
Yep.
and he knows how to finish. Sad for him, his goal was disallowed, and of course, end of the day, Miranchuk of Miranchuk, who actually finished off and scored the winning goal for the Russians. In my opinion, Russia played really well as opposed to their first game. Against Belgium, I think they showed that they can really play good football, attractive football, one touches, 1-2s, crosses were brought in into the box, and I think they really had intent going into this one, wanting to really win and get the 3 points. So I think well done to Russia. Just feel a bit sad for Finland. I thought they deserved at least a draw, at least.
I think I'll disagree with you on that one, Ram. Because I think, Finland may have started well. They had a goal disallowed, but
Yep.
rightly disallowed. And I thought after that the Russians took control. Their
Yep.
football was brilliant. Finland did come back to it a little bit in the second half, but I think it's because Russia sat back a bit and they were trying to hit them on the break. But I thought Russia were much better yesterday. Much better. They took a bit of time to settle. I think because they had the 3-0 defeat of Belgium,
Yep.
that affected their confidence as well. But once they settled, the coach made a number of changes. He made it a more attacking team. Instead of
Mhm.
just playing one attacking midfielder, Golovin behind Zuba, he decided to play two attacking midfielders behind Zuba, and that changed the game. They were a lot more attacking yesterday. Great one-touch play. And the man he brought in as the other attacking midfielder, Alexei Miranchuk,
Miranchuk,
who
yeah.
actually plays for Atalanta in Italy.
Yep.
Young
Atlanta,
guy
correct.
plays for Atalanta in Italy, and he looks a real promising player. He's got a lot of skill, really good on the ball, great finish on his left foot as well. So he looks a really promising young player from Russia, actually. The other one I have to highlight is Alexander Golovin. He was good in the
Yep.
first game, even against Belgium. He was brilliant again yesterday. This guy is a brilliant little player. He reminds me of Arshavin. He plays for Monaco, and some big club should take a gamble on him because I think he's a quality, cracking little player, Golovin. Great interchange of passing, good dribbling ability, can get shots away, very creative, very difficult to get off the ball. I think he's a fantastic player, and someone should take a chance on him. But yeah, the Russians in general are good. They had a really solid defense as well. made a couple of last ditch challenges as well. But yeah, overall, Russia deserved to win that. And yeah, I mean, it really opens the group up
Yep,
beautifully now. It
yep,
sets it up beautifully going
yep.
to the last round of fixtures.
Yep, and you guys, if you guys are neutrals, watching that kind of game, I think you're going to be in for a treat because it all comes down to the final game.
Yeah.
To see who actually tops the group, who's second, and of course, hopefully there is a third best in that group as well. I think.
Think. Sorry, go ahead, Ram.
Yeah, I really want to see Finland make it through somehow because I think I really like to see these underdogs, especially like Finland, who come into this not much to expect from them, but they have shown some class as well. I mean, I agree with you that Russia took control, after the disallowed goal, but you look at things like Pukki having chances to score. He failed to score. There were so many opportunities that they had that they could have actually finished it, at least get one goal out of it, which of course I think they should do in the next upcoming games. In my opinion, I was quite disappointed with Zuba though. What do you think?
I
I
mean,
was
I,
quite
I thought,
disappointed
I
with
thought,
him.
he, I thought he was quite good. I mean, Zuba, he's very good at holding the ball up and bringing people into play. And the reason I say he was quite good was he made a nuisance of himself, and he actually set up the goal for Miranchuk. He held the
Yeah,
ball up, he laid it off for him to. I think that's what his job is in this team. Not really to score goals. I mean, good if he can, but to really hold the ball up and set people on their way. So I
I
think
understand.
he does his job well. Yeah.
I understand what you say, Harry. I agree and disagree as well. But just that for someone who has that kind of presence, like
Yep.
height, that kind of height, should take advantage of that. I mean, I just feel that he could have done so much more yesterday. I know he created the goal, but I think if if he could be the pivotal point where he could he could hit the ball into the net, I think Russia could have scored more goals, and goals is what they need right now. Harry, they have lost 3-0 in the first game. They need more goals right now if they want and stand any chance to at least make sure that they secure that spot to go through. So yeah, that's basically what I feel. Of course, and anything else you want to add to that game, Harry, or you want to move on to the next one?
No, I think that was about it. The group is wide open. Finland is on 3 points. Russia is on 3 points. Denmark is playing Belgium tonight.
Yep.
So, I mean, Denmark obviously are on the brink of elimination, you can say. But, I mean, you never know. And the Danes could just pull out a win in the last game, maybe against Russia. Then it could end up all three teams tied as well. So it's going to be really, really interesting going into the final game. And you do wish the best for Denmark as well because they've had a
Yes.
terrible time because of the Christian Eriksen
Yep.
incident as well. So
Yep.
you wish them all the
Yep.
best. But yeah, moving on. The next game of the
Yep.
group yesterday. I mean, next game that was played yesterday was from Group A, and this was a beautiful game actually. Wales against Turkey. I thought this was actually a cracking game of football for the simple reason that both teams had to win. So both
Yep.
teams went on the attack.
Mhm.
Turkey, in my opinion, was slightly better than they were against Italy, but they were still poor.
Yep.
They were keeping the ball better against Wales. They made a few incisive passes, but in terms of clear-cut chances created, not great. So their penetration is poor. And to be honest, I was very disappointed with their striker, Burak Yilmaz. He's a top striker, but he
Yeah.
kept losing the ball. He didn't have any pace to run with the ball once the ball fell his way. He had an open goal opportunity he missed. I was disappointed with Yilmaz, completely disappointed with Yilmaz. He doesn't have pace. It's very easy for players to catch up on him and get him off the ball. So I think Turkey in general disappointing. Wales though were brilliant yesterday, and they are going to be a threat. They were brilliant, in my opinion. Gareth Bale came into form yesterday.
Woohoo!
He was
Wow.
outstanding. 2 assists, outstanding. The first assist.
Yep.
Ramsey came into form. Ramsey has been not playing much football this season because he's been injured for Juventus most of the time. So he took a bit of time to get used to the first game, I think. I mean, getting into the first game. But this game, he was at it from the
Yep.
first whistle. He was making great runs from midfield. Had 3 chances, could have had a hat trick. And he
Yep.
was outstanding, Aaron Ramsey, actually.
Yep. Absolutely.
So him and Bale, the 2 outstanding players for Wales, turned up. And I've got to say, your boy, Daniel James, was brilliant all game long. He was
Yep.
absolutely, he gives them pace. He gets good cross into the box. He gets past people, makes good runs. He was outstanding yesterday. So I think the three of those players made a big difference to Wales. Bale turned up, Ramsey turned up, James had a good game again. And Wales would be a threat. There are lots of chances, by the way. Bale missed
Yep.
a penalty.
Yeah, that was surprising actually. He missed he blasted the penalty wide.
Why? And then, like I said, James played well. He had a chance, I think. Ramsey had about 3 chances, lots of chances. So Wales deserved the 2-0 win, as good as through now with 4 points. And they will be a threat because I think they could rest a few players in the last game, save Bale and Ramsey for the second, and they will be a threat. I'm pretty sure they'll be a threat in the next round.
For me, of course, I think I was watching, they said that Wales are almost certainly through
Yep.
because they do have a superior goal difference as well,
Yep.
after yesterday's result. However, I'm glad to see, of course, Daniel James performing really well as a United fan. I think that's a very, is a good confidence booster, for the next season coming up. Um, for me, I realized one thing in that game that I think, is going to be absolutely repeated in the upcoming games for Wales. I think the partnership of Ramsey and Bale was outstanding. I mean,
Yep.
time and time again, every time Bale pushes the ball forward, Ramsey is there to control it. He's either in with a shooting chance to score. There's so much of understanding between these two players
Yep.
throughout the game, and
Yep.
just both of them playing, it felt as if two players were playing against 11. At some point because they were just interchanging passes and so on and so forth. But of course, for me, the man of the match, I have to give it to Gareth Bale, although he missed the penalty because he assisted the last goal as well.
Two
So yeah,
goals here, two assists for Bale.
yep,
On the Turkish side, I mean, really disappointing, but they have the youngest squad in the Euros, so I think the inexperienced told they didn't have a backup striker to Yilmaz, and they'll be better for it maybe in the upcoming tournaments. But I thought yesterday Soyuncu was brilliant. I think he's a very
yep,
good central defender, the Leicester guy, and
yep.
he may get picked up by a big club actually. I mean, Leicester themselves are doing quite well, but a big club may go in for him because I think he was really good. Even again last night, and he made some crunching last-minute challenges as well. So, yeah, I mean, Bale could go. I mean, Bale and Wales could go far. Ram, question for you, man. Why is it Bale always turns up for Wales and never does much in the local and the domestic scene?
That puzzles me as well, Harry. I may not have the right answer, but I think, you see, for Bale personally, I think at the moment, okay, he's a Real Madrid player, correct?
Yep, yep,
Right, and he is on loan to Spurs. So I think he does not have a proper stand or where he is in the club, you know. So Wales is probably like the only team that makes him feel that he belongs
yeah. It makes him
because
feel loved. I feel the same way. I think
yeah, exactly,
he feels loved at Wales. He feels like he's a leader and he's loved at
exactly.
Wales. Whereas I think in Real Madrid, they always leave him on the bench, for example.
Yes,
He's had a lot of things go, I mean, like words said
yep,
about him. So I think he doesn't feel loved.
exactly,
He's not motivated to play for them, which is why
exactly.
he just doesn't really care. Whereas
Yes,
he
absolutely.
cares about Wales, I think.
Yep, he cares about Wales. That shows how much he wants to play because the fans are behind him and stuff like that. But I think having said that, I think he had a good season last. He had a good last season with Spurs. If they can somehow make the deal permanent, okay, if the right manager comes in, I think he could possibly repeat his performance for Wales in Spurs or any other club that actually takes him on and gives him a good run of football.
So the question is, do you think Bale is still world class, in your opinion?
Well, I think he's. I will just say this, okay? I think he's international class. That's all I'm going to say.
I actually, after watching yesterday's performance and even in general, I think he's still a world class player. But I think
Yep.
he's with age, with injuries, his role needs to change a little bit. He needs to
Mm.
redefine himself. And yesterday's game, you could see when he redefined himself, he's not the same Bale, which makes the left wing runs with pace and gets past people. Yesterday he was playing deeper a little bit and he was
Yep.
spraying passes. He was
Yep.
spraying passes, spraying penetrative balls into the box as well, picking out passes like a number 10 almost,
Yep.
And I
Yep.
think that's where he could redefine himself because he doesn't need pace in those areas, whereas in the flanks he might need pace. So I think redefining himself in that role, Gareth Bale can still be a world class player.
Yep. Maybe a good 3 or 4 years more to go. He might still
Yeah,
be able to perform well. So yeah,
he's
good
just got to
luck.
redefine. He just have to redefine his role basically, just
Yep.
like Giggs redefined his role as he moved on,
Yep.
etc. So I think that's exactly what even David Beckham did. He moved more
Yep.
central, right, from the wing. I think
Central.
that's what Bale needs to do, in my opinion. But yeah,
Yep.
Wales as good as through,
Yep.
Turkey as good as out. So we'll move on from that one
Yep.
to a top of the table clash. Pretty much, it started off as a top of the table clash, I would say. Didn't finish that way, but my favorites for the title, Italy took on Switzerland in the late game round. What did you think of that game?
Well, first and foremost, I think every single indication, that Italy could possibly win this competition is very evident, in the first two games. I think the first game, probably people will say that, oh, maybe it's the first game, blah, blah, blah. But they were consistent. Second game in a row, 3 goals. They have scored 6 goals so
Yep.
far in the Euros with absolutely no reply.
Yep.
So that shows you they're not just good in attack. They can score goals. They can, but they can also defend really well. So Mancini has struck a good balance with the team.
Yep.
I feel. I think I want to just say this, that of course the goal scorers, Locatelli, Manuel Locatelli, and of course Hiro Immobile. I think both of them were amazing yesterday. But I have to give a shout out to Spinazzola. I think,
Spinazzola. Everyone wants a bit of Spinazzola, bro.
oh my goodness,
What a
I
player,
don't
man.
know. Yeah, I don't know how he got his name. Maybe he had too much of spinach and he's so fast. So maybe there you go, Spinazzola. But I think he has been a major contribution to the Italian team. I think watching him play is so exciting. Locatelli, as you know, scored 2 goals yesterday. I think he found his form yesterday. And of course, Immobile, as we all expected him to score, we wanted him to score, and he finally did. He actually proved a very good point yesterday. So overall, in my opinion, Switzerland, as we know, they were good in the first game against Wales. I think they didn't really show up much. I think they had few chances, but in my opinion, they did not step up their game. They were too conservative, in my opinion.
Yep.
To actually make any changes, to actually take the game to Italy. I thought they just decided, oh well, it's too hard. I don't think so. Yeah.
If there were any question marks about Italy being amongst the favorites, the hot favorites for this tournament now, along with France, I think you can put that to bed. People were saying, some people were saying Italy were good in the first game, yes, but it was against a really poor Turkey team. Yesterday, it was again a Swiss team, which was pretty good. They're a good Swiss team in the first match. They showed it against Wales, but Italy made them rubbish, basically.
Yep.
So I won't say it was Switzerland didn't. We can't keep saying it, right? Turkey didn't turn up against Italy. Switzerland didn't turn up. Maybe it's because Italy doesn't allow them to turn up.
They were too good.
They're too good. They're too good. They don't allow them to play. They haven't lost in 2 or 3 years, the Italian team. They haven't lost for 2 or 3 years. Just take that in your head, man. 2 or 3 years, they haven't lost any match. They haven't conceded a goal in the last 8 or 9 or 10 matches.
Yeah,
now.
I think 10 matches. They have not scored in 10 matches. They
haven't conceded. And they're scoring goals for fun. Italians team used to be known for defensive solidity and really just playing a counter-attacking game, scoring only 1 or 2 goals. Now they score a ton of goals and they don't let goals in. It's a perfect combination. They're so balanced across the team. Really good defenders, great wing back, good full-backs, great in the middle midfield, and 2 good strikers in Ciro Immobile and Insigne as well.
Yep.
And I've got to say, even Berardi on the right, he assisted again.
He was good.
He again assisted the first goal today for Locatelli. Great wing play. He's a brilliant player. They've got a brilliant side. And the best part is Verratti can't even get in the side yet.
Yeah.
Which is probably the best midfielder. Marco Verratti can't even get in the side now. This is the thing, right? Marco Verratti was either supposed to be Marco Verratti or Locatelli. Marco Verratti not fit. Locatelli's been playing the first 2 games. And now I think Marco Verratti can't get in the team. Because Locatelli is just that good.
I think Verratti just because he's there. I think they might play him in the final game because it's all secured. I think we will see him in the final game.
You will see him there, but the fact that now it's difficult for him to displace Locatelli because Locatelli has had 2 wonderful games, scored 2 goals yesterday. He's the youngest player to score in this year's tournament so far. 23 years of age. He is a hot property.
Yeah,
a lot of top clubs are going to be after this guy. Mark my words, a brilliant midfielder, Manuel Locatelli, and so is Nicola Barella for Italia. Another top class player. Jorginho had a good game again, defensive midfielder. He had a really good game controlling things. They're a good side. And my pick actually for top goal scorer in the tournament is Ciro Immobile. Because I think the Italians create so many chances that he will score goals.
He will, and it's what do you call that? It's creativeness across the park, right? I would say. It's just not just about crossing the ball or someone is there. Their intent is that they know how to put the ball in, they know how to put dangerous balls in, and somebody will always be at the end of getting those results. But Hari, I have a quick question as well. We have seen Italy play over the years in World Cups, Euros, and so on and so forth. Undoubtedly, I think this is the best Italian team. Of course, not to say that the Maldini's time, that team was really good, but I'm saying this Italian side has something to prove. I think it has come up tops, but I feel it's all to do with their leadership. which is of course in Roberto Mancini.
Yeah.
Really making sure that
they're two centre backs as well, very
yep.
experienced, solid
And
Chiellini and Bonucci.
yes, and of course, sad Kelly had to come off yesterday. I think because of a slight knock, I believe. But I think his leadership in the team was good, and of course Roberto Mancini's leadership as well as the manager. So I think they do have a good bunch of leaders to to take this team on, and of course to get the results. So I think it's all got to do with that as well. Very good. I'm so happy to see Italy going really far in this competition. Hopefully they keep doing that. I hope they don't slack back, just keep doing that, and it could be their title to lose, sorry, it could be their title to lose.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree, man. I think the Italians
Mm.
are supremely talented this time. They look really.
Yep.
They along with France for me are favorites, but I pick the Italians because I think they're most balanced side, completely balanced side. I think what makes them different as well to some of the Italian sides of recent years. They're balanced, but they also got a good mix, right? They've got experienced guys and they've got young players as well. So they've got a good blend of experience, youth, exuberance, flair, which I think makes them the most dangerous opponents, basically. And they've also
Yep.
got people off the bench, like Verratti, as I mentioned, Belotti as a striker off the bench, Chiesa, who came on yesterday, had an influence as well. So yeah, I mean, Italians, my pick for the tournament, guys. I mean, they have been outstanding, the Azzurri.
Yeah. Yes, Italians absolutely.
Forza
They
Italia.
look Forza Italia. They look like they're gonna sweep past all opponents. But you know what? Here is the guys. If you think that it could be a better opponent in the Euros that you think could come head to head with them and possibly even beat them, let us know in the comments.
Yep.
Let us know why you say so. I know some people are gonna pick France, maybe Germany, but come on, let's be creative. I don't think France is that good.
Let
you
us
know
know. Let us know who's your pick for the
yeah,
tournament, who's your
yeah.
flop for the tournament, who's your top goal scorer for the tournament as well. Let's see
Let
if you
us
get your
know.
let's see if you get your predictions right. And if you're any better than the both of us, you probably are, but give it a go. Yeah, Ram. Quick predictions before we go for
Yes.
we leave or we end the episode for today's matches. I think the first game is Ukraine, North Macedonia. I think they're playing first, right?
Yep. Correct.
Your pick for that match?
Well, after seeing Ukraine play beautiful football, sad they lost 3-2, but I think they're gonna come out tops this one. They're gonna go all guns blazing on this one. I could see that I don't know, Hari. I don't know about you, Hari, but I could see 4 or 5 goals going into this one. Possibly 4-1, maybe 5-1. I could see a I could see a goal drought. No, not a goal
Goal
drought.
feast,
I
goal
mean, I could
feast.
see a goal feast.
I
Yeah.
can see the same, but I think it'll be only one-way traffic. I think Ukraine win this 2 or 3-0 actually.
Yeah.
They'll win it comfortably. They look a good side, technically good actually. The second game is crucial. It's Denmark Belgium. Belgium obviously off to a great start. Denmark need the points. They
Yep.
need the 3 points, but such a tough opponent. Belgium, who are one of the favorites.
Mhm.
Where do you think this is going?
Oh, I would love. My mind tells me Belgium, would win this, but my heart, I just feel that after what Denmark has gone through,
Yep.
now that they know Ericsson is doing well, he's stable, everything is okay, he's out of danger. Hopefully, that they can use that as a source of inspiration, a source of motivation
Yeah.
to go out and possibly play the game for him, dedicate that game to him, and give a stellar performance. Just to prove a point. So I hope for Denmark, but realistically, I think Belgium will go up tops,
Yeah, I
maybe
mean,
2
same,
0.
same, same for me. My head says Belgium will win this, but I wish the Danish can do it just for Ericsson, especially what they've gone through.
Yep,
But
yep.
also, we've got to take into consideration Ericsson is such a good player. He's their best player. They're going to miss him as well against
They are,
Belgium,
they
right?
are,
They're going to be
they
they're going
are.
to be minus, I think, 50-60% without Ericsson. So that's a
Yep,
problem. But yeah, I think I'll probably go with the Belgium win in this one, man. 1 or 2-0. I
yep.
think they win this. The last game is a good game. It's a top of the table clash. Netherlands versus Austria.
Mm-hmm.
Netherlands won their first game against Ukraine 3-2. The Austrians beat North Macedonia 3-1. So it's a top of the table clash. Who are you going for, Ram?
Why don't you go first, Eric? You tell me.
Oh, this one. I mean, Netherlands are probably going in as favorites. I thought they were quite good, the Netherlands, in that first game. Very creative, created a lot of chances, actually. They're very attacking side. Oh, wow, this is a tricky one. I think I will go. I think I'll go for the Netherlands to squeak this 2-1.
2-1. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go the other way, Hari. I think I'm gonna go with Austria on this one.
Yep.
I think even though Netherlands won against Ukraine, but I felt there was still a lot of things to improve from their side.
Yep.
They can concede goals, they can score, but they can also concede a lot of goals. So I think Austria's they can score goals. So I think they're defensively more sound
Yep.
compared to the Dutch. So
Netherlands.
I think I'm going to go with Australia 2-1 to Austria.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Let's see who gets the
Yep.
predictions right. Awesome,
Yep.
guys. Ram, you want to
Yep.
sign off for today's show?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys once again for joining us on match day 6. Don't forget to join us tomorrow for match day 7. But before we go on, before we actually sign off, once again, announcement from our product sponsors, Planet Health with the Derma face wash with neem and turmeric. So as I mentioned earlier, you stand a chance to win cash prizes up to 1,500 ringgit if you make your purchases using our link below. You want cash? Go for it. It could be all yours. So hurry, signing off from the PLot Malaysia.
Guys, before we sign off, really
yeah.
quick one. Do hit the like button for our
Yes,
video. Do hit the
subscribe.
like button. Do subscribe. But yeah, do hit the like button as well and keep supporting the channel as we continue to grow. Yep, Ram, go ahead.
All right, signing out from the PLot Malaysia. This is the show for the fans.
By the fans. Euro,
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 Euro.
Euro,
Cheers, Ram.